In this video, we're gonna do some questions that are similar to the SAT exam. So you're given two functions, f of x and g of x, and the question is, which of the following is the result of subtracting g of x from f of x? Now, many students, they do a mistake whenever they see this and they do g minus f, which is wrong. So whenever you see subtracting from, you should start with f and you subtract g. So basically g is subtracted from f. Okay, now this can be done in two ways, this way and the vertical way. I'll start with this. Instead of f, we write 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus, now g of x is all of this, so we need to write it in parentheses. My next step will be distributing the minus so we can remove the parentheses. So 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus x. Now minus multiplied by x squared will be minus x squared. Minus multiplied by negative 2x will be positive 2x. Minus multiplied by 3 is negative 3. Equals. Now I'm gonna combine the similar terms or like terms. I can notice that x cubed is the only one, so I write it. Now negative 2x squared with negative x squared, they are similar, so we need to combine. Minus 2 and the other one, there is no number, it means the coefficient is 1, so minus 2 minus 1 will be negative 3 x squared. Then positive x plus 2x, there is no number, it means the coefficient is 1, so 1 plus 2 is 3, and we write the x, we still have negative 3. Now I check which option is this, and I can notice that it is option number 3, which is part C. I choose this one. Now I know that some of you, they prefer to do vertical form. Whenever you do vertical form, you write, because we're doing f minus g, we write f on top, and I will write g under it. So I will write minus here and the g under it. But in which way? You write the similar terms under each other. So for the x cubed, we don't have n g, so I skip it. Then I have x squared is here, I have the x is here, and we have the 3, which is the last one. Now I subtract 3x cubed, nothing under it, it stays the same. Now I need to pay attention to this. Minus 2x squared minus x squared will be negative 3x squared. We have plus x minus 2x, it means plus x plus 2x, because minus minus will change to plus, so we get plus 3x. And the last one here, we don't have anything above 3, so we need to write a 0 above it. So 0 minus 3, it will be negative 3, and we get exactly the same answer. I prefer the first way actually, because if you do it properly, you will get it correct. And the vertical way, if you forget to distribute the minus, you will get it wrong. Number 2. Given this expression where x is positive, y is positive, they're telling you which of the following is equivalent to it. So we need to simplify. I will write the radical because it's a square root. There is a hidden 2. The radical, it's the same thing as square root. So there is a hidden 2, not written there. We need to simplify. So I look inside the radical and I check any number that can be written as exponent 2. So I notice that 9 can be written as 3 squared. Y cubed has an exponent bigger than 2. We have x squared, we have y squared, and we have 18, which is a multiple of 2. By looking at these and knowing that 18 is a multiple of 9 and 9 can be written as a number exponent 2, so I must take the 9 as a common factor. Then I look at x and x squared. It's correct that we have x here and there, we can take it as common factor. But if I want to take common factor in this case, I should take the one with the smallest exponent, because we cannot take x squared from x exponent 1. So in this case we get something with exponent 1. It's not really helpful to me, so I'm gonna keep it and I will not take it as common factor. Now I look at y cubed and y squared. If I want to take the smallest exponent between them as a factor, I will take y squared, and this is exponent 2, so it's helpful, that's why I will take it. And I check now what is left inside the radical. This is what you do. 9 divided by 9 is 1. The x, we didn't take it as common factor, it stays x. Now y cubed, we took y exponent 2, I still have only y inside. So I will repeat what I did. The 9, we took it out, so I don't write it inside the parentheses. The x, we didn't move it anywhere, so it stays. The y cubed, we took y squared outside, so I still have from the 3 only 1. So this is exponent like 1. Plus, we write plus. Now 18 divided by 9, so you divide the 18 by 9, we get 2. X, we didn't take any x outside, so it stays here, x squared. And this y squared, it is written outside, we took it as common factor, so we don't need to write it again. Now I'm gonna remove the exponent 1 and I will remove this. Alright, I will write radical. Instead of 9, I know it's 3 squared. This is y squared, xy plus 2x squared equals to anything with exponent 2, because we have a hidden 2 here, because they are exactly the same thing. This can be taken outside, same thing for the y. So we get 3. When you take it outside, you have to do the exponent inside divided by the index, so that's why it becomes only 3. No need to write that. And same thing for the y, it becomes 2 over 2. And inside the square root, we still have xy plus 2x squared. Now 3 exponent 2 over 2, it's just 3, and y exponent 2 over 2 is just 1, with this inside the radical. Now I check which one is the correct answer, and I notice it is part C. As a note here, many students, they start this way. They separate, they write this plus this. However, you're not allowed to separate the radical as long as you have addition or subtraction. Only we do it if we have multiplication or division, so this is wrong. Also, some students, they tell me we have a square, so they see a square anywhere inside the radical and they tell me, okay mister, this is what I will do. This square with this radical will cancel, and I will get my answer to be 9xy cubed plus 18x squared, which is also wrong. We never do that. If you want to cancel anything inside the radical, the whole thing must be squared, so you can cancel this radical with this square. Otherwise, you cannot. Alright, number 3. Given this equation, and they wrote the condition, what is under the radical must be positive, solve the given equation when b equals to 3. So this is what I will do. I will write radical. They told you b is equal to 3. Replace it. So you get radical of negative 9 minus x equals to 12 minus 1. 12 minus 1, directly you can write it as 11. Now how to proceed from here? I need to remove the radical. How do I remove it? So we need to square both sides. Now by squaring both sides in this case, I will write this. The square with the radical will cancel out, and we get minus 9 minus x equals 121. We move the minus 9 to the other side, it becomes plus. So minus x equals 130. Then x will be negative 130. For those who don't know how to proceed from here, minus 1x equals 130, because minus x, it means minus 1x. Then to remove it, you divide both sides by negative 1. These will cancel, so we get x equals negative 130. Number 4. They're telling you a college offers 2-hour credit courses and 3-hour credit courses. So some courses are 2-hour credit courses and the others are 3-hour credit courses. A student at this college signed up for 16 credits. Let x be the number of 2-hour courses and y be the number of 3-hour credit courses. The number of 3-hour courses is twice the number of 2-hour courses. Now, when I'm reading this, I noticed here that the number of 3-hour credit courses is twice. Twice, it means double. So instead of saying twice, they might tell you double the number of 2-hour courses. So directly from here, the number of 3-hour courses is denoted by y. They told you denoted by y. Is, it means equal. Twice, it means 2 times. The number of 2-hour courses is denoted by x. So I got the first equation in the system, y equals 2x. So basically, I look at the options. I eliminated this option, I eliminated this one. So I still have either C or B. Now, we're gonna go back when they said a student at this college signed up for 16 credit hours. So I know the total number of credit hours will be 16. Now, if someone is taking two courses of 2-hour credit courses, then in total he will have, or she will have, 4-hour credits, right? So basically, what are we doing? We're multiplying the number of credits by the number of courses that have 2-hour credit courses. And for the 3-hour credit courses, same thing. So if I tell you someone signed for 2 courses of 3-hour credit courses, it means how many credits in total? You'll do 3 times 2, which is 6. So basically, since we don't know how many courses the student took, I will say the total number of credits will be 2 multiplied by the number of the 2-hour courses plus the credits we get from the 3-hour credit courses will be 3 multiplied by y. And the total number of credits here will be 16. So in this case, my correct answer will be part C. So one more time, the 2x here represents the number of credits or total number of credits from the 2-hour credit courses. Same thing for this, but it will represent the 3-hour credit courses. The total number of credits in total will be 16. So that's why we added them and we wrote it's equal to 16. Now, last question, number 5. We have x minus 2y equals 4, 4x minus 8y equals negative 12. Solve the given system of equations and how many solutions does it have. So we need to state how many solutions. Alright, so when solving this, I look at x minus 2y equals 4 and 4x minus 8y equals negative 12. Now, I know some students, they do this on the calculator, but if you don't have calculator, you need to try to eliminate one of the variables. So since here we have x and down we have 4x, we're gonna multiply with the same number, opposite sign. So the whole thing on top should be multiplied by -4. I will get minus 4x, then minus 2 multiplied by -4, so I multiply the whole equation because we're not allowed only to multiply x. So this becomes plus 8y equals to -16, and the one down, it stays exactly the same, equals -12. Now let's add these two equations to check after we eliminate the x what will happen. Minus 4x plus 4x, they cancel out, and it happens here that also 8y plus -8y, you're subtracting these two, so we'll get 0. So 4x and -4x will cancel, you get 0. 8y minus 8y is also 0. Now you do -16 plus -12, you will get -28. Now 0 equals to -28, this is never true, this is false. Whenever you solve a system of linear equations and you get something false at the end, you say this system has 0 solutions. So your answer here will be part B.